Hi little skeletons, it is Disney Queen Skelly here. Welcome back to the reacting videos. And today we are going to be reacting to another Fandom Juice video. And this one's titled The Prince and Rapunzel Are Related. So let's see where this Disney theory goes.
Time to listen to an adult man talk about the logistics of kids' movies for an unhealthy amount of time. So, True Love's Kiss, a plot device that can only be explained by magic that we shouldn't spend more than 10 seconds of thought on? Wrong! What if I told you that there is an explanation for how it works within the Disney Princess Cinematic Universe? You heard me correctly, the DPCU is here, and it all starts with saliva.
Sounds like my time when I got mono.
Individuals might be tempted to click away from this video now, thinking Caleb's really went off the deep end with this one. Well, let me tell you this, Carl. If you couldn't tell that I went off the deep end a long time ago, then you
don't say.
Obviously that you not watched enough of my videos. But seriously, please don't click away. By the end of this video, I will hopefully convince you not only of the existence of the DPCU, but also that the prince from Snow White...
Guys, I'm so sorry to interrupt this. So my fiance just messaged me. Celine Dion today on January 8th was at Disneyland. Celine Dion was at Disneyland. If you guys were at Disneyland today on January 8th and you guys saw her, you are lucky bastards.
And Rapunzel's from Tangled are related. It starts with True Love's Kiss and understanding what is really going on here. The ability to bring someone back to life is a trait that most ordinary people don't have, unless you're like Jesus or something. Wait.
Jesus Cristo.
Is the prince from Snow White Jesus? No.
We're going a bit too far there, buddy.
But the reason I bring this up is, as it turns out, another Disney character also has that ability. Rapunzel. She was able to resurrect Finn Rider with her tears, but that raised a question that probably literally no one else is asking, which is, could any bodily fluid have brought him back, such as urine or saliva, perhaps?
Again, sounds like my time having mono. That was not fun.
I mean, isn't it possible that the reason they were both able to bring someone back to life is because they're related? The fact that they both moistened a corpse right before bringing it back to life.
We do not say moisten a corpse on this channel. That is not, no, not an okay statement.
Isn't enough evidence on its own to say that they're related. We have to dig a little deeper, and the deeper you dig, the more evidence you find. Not that kind of evidence. I'm talking about evidence for the theory. Please don't dig up my yard. You won't find where I hid the bodies. First, you have to...
Don't give away your location. That's your number one flaw. Never give away the location.
That the Prince's Kingdom and the Kingdom of Corona, that name sure aged well, are the same.
Listen, I don't think Disney could have predicted what happened in 2020. But if they go, I mean, they also took charge of The Simpsons, so maybe they're also become... There's literally a section on Disney Plus right now that says The Simpsons predict. They're becoming self-aware.
Kingdom. Why do we have to prove that, you might ask? Well, the prince, let's just call him Grover Cleveland for simplicity. Grover...
Do you not know that his name is Prince Florian? Because Grover Cleveland is gonna mess me up this entire video.
Cleveland and Rapunzel are both royals, which means if this theory is true, they would have to be heirs to the same kingdom. For instance, if the two respective kingdoms were like on the opposite side of the world, my theory would fall apart. But the gods have blessed me because, as it turns out, there is more than enough evidence to suggest that they are in fact the same kingdom. Not only do both films take place in Germany, but each kingdom is situated on the coast. Bear in mind that Germany only has 1,484 miles of coastline. Also, both castles have a wall around their base, and a similar number of windows and towers.
You really took your time on this, didn't ya?
In case you're that one person who still thinks those similarities are just a coincidence, I'm looking at you, Carl. Look at the King of Corona. And look at Grover Cleveland. They both have brown hair. They both have blue eyes. They both use blue as the central color in their royal attire. If Grover...
I will say that a lot of people, like, in the German region do have brown hair and blue eyes, or blonde hair and blue eyes, just due to genetic reasons, to say the least. But it's not strange that you'd see two men have very similar hair and eye color in the same region.
Cleveland is a relative...
And that would go for any country in the world.
The King of Corona, then the genetics, the clothing, the geography, the castle all line up. And how did the Kingdom of Corona know about the magic flower and that cooking it into a stew would save the queen? And why is their tower designed for someone with super long hair? What if it is because Rapunzel was not the first one with magical healing powers? What if there was another person with magical hair before her? Someone...
Okay, I'm going to point this out. I believe in the Tangled movie, it was said that this flower either wasn't discovered or it was hard to find or something, and in Mother Gothel hid it away because she wanted to keep young. But obviously the guards had heard tell of the flowers, so they brought it to the Queen of Coronas so she would get well in labor. So I'm gonna go. I have not seen Tangled in forever, so please forgive me if I'm getting my facts wrong. But if I remember correctly, this flower was hard to find, and the fact that Mother Gothel knew about it first, I would say that he's right in the sense that maybe, Prince Florian found this flower, brewed the tea or the stew or whatever it was, and got these abilities. But in terms of the genetic nature, I don't think it would be genetic, because I feel like in order for this flower to work, you would need to ingest it if you want to become what the flower has in essence. So with that being said, the whole thing about, the king and Prince Florian having the same features, it can happen when you're in the same region. Now, I know our whole world is a melting pot of different, cultures coming together in different countries, and it's absolutely beautiful. But if you really look at it, there's gonna be, if you grab two people from the same region, there is a high chance that you're gonna find that they look very similar. So with, them being in Germany, there's a high chance if you grab two men, you're most likely gonna find two men with brown hair and blue eyes. So I wouldn't debunk this the whole way. I would maybe halfway debunk it in saying that there's a chance that they're related. However, I feel like if they were, this flower would have more been easily found rather than the guards hearing tell of a flower instead of like, oh, the guards knew immediately to get the flower. You know what I mean? That's my little nitpick.
By the name of Grover Cleveland, perhaps? If I am right about this theory, then we can add Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs to the already pretty extensive Disney Princess Cinematic Universe. Like, we know that Tangled and Frozen take place in the same universe, since we saw Eugene and Rapunzel at the coronation of Elsa. And we know that Moana takes place in the same universe as Tangled, since we saw a version of the yellow flower in Moana. Also, speaking of Moana, we know Moana takes place in the same universe as The Little Mermaid, because in the post-credits scene of Moana, Tamatoa mentions Sebastian. And we know that The Little Mermaid...
I need this actual, corkboard behind me one day with all of these pinpoints on each other. I would love to have that as a background.
Placed in the same universe as Cinderella and Hercules, because presumably King Triton is the son of Poseidon.
I actually did a Disney theory on this. It was Hercules and Ariel being cousins.
And we saw the Duke from Cinderella on Eric's ship. And if you want to see more weird crap like this, then subscribe to our channel before Carl discovers our evil plans and holds us accountable for our crimes. I believe you'll find a better place for those bodies.
Again, don't give away your hiding place. That's where you mess up. Anyways, if you guys have any opinions or thoughts that you'd like to leave in the comment section down below, please do. Don't forget to subscribe to Fandom Juice. I will leave the link for their channel in the description box below as well as this video. Thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, little skeletons. Stay safe, and I love you guys.